We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Is Cardi B finally receiving her karma? And are people finally waking up to Cardi B's true colors? That is the question of the day. Now, as it was previously reported, Spotify removed large portions of bots from Cardi B streams. And unfortunately, it has taken a toll on her new album, which unfortunately only receiving 500,000 streams daily, and none of her songs are doing 100K. Not only that, her new single with Kehlani, well, actually was on Kehlani's album, but Kehlani and Titanic Records are pushing it as a single, failed to debut on the Billboard Hot 100. The track is not currently on iTunes or on Spotify and is not charting on any major charts worldwide. Unfortunately, Cardi B is struggling on the charts, but not only that, she might be struggling personally, especially when it comes to Stefon Diddy. Now, even though Stefon Diddy has been found not guilty on all charges involving his former live-in personal chef, Mila Adams, after she was unable to provide proof of the choking. Okay, and if you guys know anything about lawsuits, court is not about what's true or not in court. It's about what you can prove. If you can't prove that somebody committed a crime against you, then the person is getting off scot-free. I mean, I don't know what that chef thought, but she was very much delusional. Okay, looking like she 58, 60, up there talking about she had a sexual relationship with Stefon Diddy. You need to go get tested. That was embarrassing. But with that being said, allegedly, the chef is telling people that she could possibly be pregnant, allegedly. Now, as we know, he had like 5 children last year with a bunch of different women. And on top of that, him and Cardi B have been struggling in their relationship. They had issues after Super Bowl. They weren't around each other then because he had all his baby mamas there. And then, come to find out in court, he was sleeping with Cardi B's braider. Well, technically his braider, but he referred her to Cardi B. He was sleeping with her. He was sleeping with all of his employees while also getting a bunch of women knocked up. And allegedly, it could possibly be the chef next. Now, this is just messy. This is love and hip hop. This is giving love and hip hop. But this is technically Cardi B's fault, This man has basically publicly disrespected her throughout their whole relationship. And she doesn't seem to care because she thinks that she won up off the cheat. But in my opinion, I feel like he's 10 times worse than off the cheat. And she needs to run for cover before he try to knock her up again. Okay? Because allegedly, he's liking her pictures and working his way on getting back with Cardi B, especially since this court case is up. He's working his way to see if he can rectify, their relationship. But I think that it would be a huge mistake. Now, a lot of the Megan Thee Stallion fans believe that Megan Thee Stallion is being blackballed or pushed out of the industry by corporate giants. Interesting. Now, a Megan Thee Stallion fan said, "Dear music industry, asking Sexy and Glow to be on every song ain't gonna block out Megan like y'all trying to do." Now, a lot of fans feel like artists are intentionally not working with Megan Thee Stallion, especially since C Breezy recently dropped the features that are going to be on his album. Now, he got Leon Thompson, Tank, Vibes Cartel, Bryson Tiller, NBA Youngboy and C Breezy, Glorilla Glue, Friday, Sexy Red, and Lucky Day on his album. Now, in my opinion, I'm like, Sexy Red and Gorilla Glue don't belong on no damn R&B album, but they have been collaborating with a lot of R&B artists. They collaborated with Musty Walker. They were both on her album. Gorilla actually did a song with, I think, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco last year. I think it was called Cowboy or Cowgirl or something like that. Sexy Red allegedly gonna be on the new Drake album. Okay, so they taking all the collaborations. I think it's Sexy, Glorilla, and Doechii that are taking all the collaborations. People feel like a lot of these artists are not working with Megan Thee Stallion. Kalani just did a record with Cardi B. Why didn't she call up Megan? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like Megan's being left out and artists are not working with her, and it's intentional. And in my unbiased opinion, I feel like Gorilla Glue, Doechii, Cardi B, and Sexy Red all make better music than Megan Thee Stallion. It's no shade. I think Megan doesn't make great music, and I think everybody knows. People can blame it on the Tory situation, but girl, nobody wants to hear the music you put out recently, okay? Now, I'm sure she can get people on her project, but I don't think people are really asking Megan to do a record like that, because no shade, her new music ain't as good as her old music. She not Tina Snow Meg no more. If she bring Tina Snow back, then I think people be wanting to collaborate with her, but Megan don't hit like it used to. The new Megan music is not great. I'd rather listen to Sweetie. And we all know Sweetie's trash. But Chris Brown got too many collaborations on this album. And it's not giving R&B. NBA Youngboy, Gorilla, and Sexy Red are taking me out. Like, that don't even make sense. I know Sexy Red finna ruin the song. Sexy Red did a song with Bruno Mars. I forgot about that. Sexy Red did a song with Bruno Mars, and that shit was trash. But they get in the most collaborations because they hot right now. I don't feel like they hot, but they hotter than Megan Thee Stallion. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, fans are also calling out Beyonce for editing her pictures on Instagram. A fan said, y'all always call Nicki insecure, but this lady will never post a natural photo of her without a bunch of filters. Another fan said, the weird aging discourse about Beyonce and Rihanna or any other ladies who were at the Met last night just proves that too many of you live your whole lives online and are blinded by filter/AI editing. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the general public is blinded by filters or AI editing. I think celebrities are, okay? First of all, Beyonce, to me, I don't think her face looked bad. She's almost 50. I mean, come on now. Her face didn't look bad. I feel like she's aging, but she's aging gracefully. She doesn't look young, but she doesn't look extremely old. She looks her age, in my opinion. I mean, she is 49, 44 on Google. And at least we know she's not messing with her face like the Kardashians. I mean, I think everybody wants people to get surgery like the Kardashians or Cardi B. But even Cardi B touches her face and it looks fucked up 95% of the time. So I respect Beyonce and Rihanna for not, touching their face. I respect that at least. And also what people have noticed is that Beyonce doesn't even wear foundation. If you look really closely, you can see that she wears a lot of concealer, but not really a lot of foundation, because you can see her freckles all over her neck, all over her face. She had a lot of blush on, but not really enough foundation. It was a lot of concealer, and I think that could be the issue too. If she wore foundation, I think that can help with her youthfulness. As for Rihanna, I think having babies back to back did it for Riri, and to be quite honest, I don't know, I think Rihanna a little lazy. That's just me though. And the thing is, Beyonce put out back-to-back albums, did back-to-back tours. That takes a toll on your body, especially when you up there in age. Rihanna has no excuse as to why she showed up at the Met looking a hot, stinking ass mess. No shade. I mean, you've gotten pregnant back-to-back and been eating bonbons, but other than that, you haven't done anything. So there was really no excuse for Rihanna. And Riri has nannies. Full-time nannies, not part-time, full-time nannies. They were at the shooting incident. I just want to put that out there as well. Now, it has been reported that Megan Thee Stallion has already approached her high-powered legal team to explore a potential intentional infliction of emotional distress claim against Klay, her ex-boyfriend, Why now? The emotional damage factor. Megan has been incredibly vocal about her mental health journey over the last few years, especially following the Tory Lanez trial. To win the intentional infliction of emotional distress lawsuit, Megan's team would need to prove the conduct, Klay's behavior was extreme and outrageous beyond all possible bounds of decency, the intent, he knowingly misled her with no intention of monogamy, despite playing house with his family, the damage, Megan suffered severe emotional trauma that no reasonable person should have to endure. And Megan allegedly feels that he knowingly misled her, especially since he bought her a $300,000 Bentley and had her cooking for his family. Let me know if you think that Megan Thee Stallion could possibly win this case. I don't think she should sue Klay. I think it would do more damage. I mean, she tried to sue Milagro and lost. Basically, $59,000 is all she got. That's way more than what her lawyers cost. Her lawyers cost millions, okay? They ain't cost no $59,000. So I don't think she should go down that road, especially since Klay got good attorneys as well. And I feel like people are not going to look at her in a different light. I think what Megan needs to do, she needs to stay single for like a good 2 to 3 years. Just work on self-love. That's the most important love you can ever find, self-love. Now, moving on from that, Vogue has revealed their best dressed stars at the 2026 Met Gala. Rihanna and ASAP, absolutely, positively not. They were not best dressed. Emma Chamberlain, Jeremy Pope, Gwendolyn Christie, Beyonce, and Hailey Bieber. Okay, so let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I don't disagree with the full list. I just disagree with Rihanna and ASAP being number one. They're biased. Vogue is very biased towards Rihanna. Rihanna wasn't number one last year, and she's not number one this year. She ain't gonna be number one next year because Rihanna done fell off. And I like Riri, but we have to just admit, if we could admit that Beyonce don't look the same, we can admit that the same is for Rihanna. We can admit two things could be true. If you can say, oh, Beyonce, she uses filters, she don't look the same, you can say the same thing about Rihanna. And it's evident, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't agree with this list at all. Now, a lot of people are also talking about Rihanna allegedly ignoring Tyler at the Met. There's a video going around of Tyler and Rihanna being in the same area. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're interacting. And they didn't even get any pictures together, but she was spotted with Beyonce, very close, Beyonce acknowledging her. Now, I will say that this picture does look like AI, and I feel like if Tyler had a picture with Beyonce, she would have posted it. Now, Tyler did acknowledge being ignored by Rihanna. She said the ghetto part of the Met is when we all gotta stand glammed up in our costumes while people watch us wait long all the cars to come around and fetch us one by one. Why ruin the illusion? Okay, so basically she said they were watching to see if their cars were coming, but technically it still feel like Rihanna was ignoring Tyler. Like, she still could have interacted with you. I don't think that they had much of an interaction because I feel like Tyler would have definitely posted about it. She always says she loved Riri. In every interview, she says she wanted to work with her. So now there also has been some tea spilt on Rihanna and ASAP's disagreement at the Met, which also went viral. Allegedly, ASAP did not go to the Carter's after party, which Rihanna wanted to attend.
I went to Beyonce and Jay-Z's after
What's your favorite thing about ASAP?
And then Rihanna looked a little bit uncomfortable when ASAP the colorist was spotted talking to another woman. And the receipts are everywhere. And a lot of fans are calling Rihanna possessive and jealous for the way she kept looking back when he was talking to this woman. A lot of people feel like, you know, he was slightly flirting. I think at one moment in time he kisses her cheek and, you know, gives her a hug. And It seemed a little bit awkward, considering that Rihanna was standing right there, but I don't think it was any malicious intent. Do I feel like ASAP the colorist probably is a cheater? Probably yes. But Rihanna needs to call up Melissa. If ASAP is cheating, call up Melissa and have her handle that. He needed his ass beat. Beyonce got Solange to beat up Camel Face. You need to call up Melissa. You pay her bills and get her to beat up ASAP if he's cheating on you. Point blank, period. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on ASAP Rocky, Klay and Megan, Jocelyn Hernandez, and Zeus Network. Link will be in the description. I hope you have a great day.